Hi, I'm Jane Grover. I've been coming to Christian City Church. It's actually 20 years this month since I gave my heart to the Lord. Pastor Chris Pringle talked at some stage about how God had ones for you, that there were people out there that He'd put in your world that you'd be connected to. So I just went to the prayer chapel one day and just prayed and sort of said to God, I'm willing to do something. What is it that you'd have me do? And Ali and her family moved in across the road, and we just started to connect and talk with one another.
I'd been to a couple of things at church but hadn't really explored that, and we'd been down to Oxford Falls School. We were just so taken with the really nurturing, just beautiful feeling. Obviously it's the Holy Spirit, but I didn't recognise that then. I just thought it was just this awesome feeling.
She was waiting for them to get a place, and so I just encouraged her that, you know, I was going to pray and believe that her kids would get into the school.
And I thought, okay, better get used to that if they're going to a Christian school. I was really intrigued and interested. I just wanted to explore that spirituality. And there was one particular occasion where I'd been thinking about it and just thinking, how do I know if God's real? And I remember I was out the back hanging the clothes on the line, and I just looked up and I said, God, if you're real, get my husband to church, get Greg to church this weekend, and I'll know you're real.
I was out the front sweeping my porch, which doesn't happen that often, so and as I was sweeping my porch, I just really felt the Spirit of God, Holy Spirit, say to me, go and ask Greg and Ali to church. I went across the road, and of course her husband opened the door, and so I thought, well, here we go. And I just said to Greg, you know, would you like to come to church tonight? There's someone speaking who I think you'd really enjoy. And he said that they were going to the movies and that they wouldn't be able to come, but thanks anyway. And
Jane had come over and invited us to something, and I was so determined that it wasn't going to be me, it was going to be God who intervened and made this happen.
About an hour later, Greg actually came knocking on the door and said, look, is he on tomorrow? Could maybe we come tomorrow?
And we were there on Sunday, and I remember walking in and just grabbing Jane's hand and just going, wow, you know.
God had spoken to me, and I had just obeyed, and He had done the rest, really. It was all Him.
And Jane invited me. I went along to the Connect group, and it was just incredible, like the feeling in the room. There's a group of ladies, and you know, Jane talked about different things in the Bible and how they related, and about the Holy Spirit and all sorts of things.
And I just said to her, if you want to take this any further, you know, if you want to know more about God, and, you know, come to church with me again on the weekend. So Ali did come to church the following Saturday night, and she gave her heart to the Lord, which is just awesome. If you just reach out to the people that God puts around you at that time, you might be the one that plants the seed, you might be the one who waters the seed, you might be the one who sees the seed come to the Lord. If we all just do our thing where we're at in our world at the right time, it's like God just does the rest. He's the one that brings it all together.